So many garlands here. This is my third garland from Faridabad. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridhara Gopi Jana Vallabha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyanam Gyana Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापरकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सार्वभौतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Reading from Adi Lila of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chapter 2, Lord Chaitanya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, text number 26. Jnana Yoga Marge Tanre Bhajaye Sabha. Jnana Yoga Marge Tanre Bhajaye Sabha. Brahma Atma Rupe Tanre Kari Anubhava. Jnana Yoga Marge Tanre Bhajaye Sabha. Brahma Atma Rupe Tanre Kare Anubhava. Jnana Yoga Marge Tanre Bhajaye Sabha. Brahma Atma Rupe Tanre Kare Anubhava. Somebody else? Jnana Yoga Margatare Bhajase Sava. Jnana Yoga Margatare Bhajase Sava. Jnana Yoga Margatare Bhajase Sava. Brahma Rupe Tanre Kare Anubhava. Mataji? Jnana Yoga Margatare Bhajase Sava. Brahmatmarupe kare kare anubhava. Jnana yoga marge kare kare sabha. Brahmatmarupe kare kare anubhava. Word for word meaning, jnana of philosophical speculation, yoga, and of mystic yoga, marge, on the paths, tanre, him, bhaje, worship, ye, who, shaba, all, Brahma, of impersonal Brahman, Atma, and of the super soul, Param Atma, Rupe, in the forms, Tanre, him, Kare, do, Anubhava, perceive. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Those who walk the paths of knowledge and yoga worship only Him, for it is Him they perceive as the impersonal Brahman and localized Paramatma. Purport. Those who are fond of mental speculation, jnana marga, or want to meditate in mystic yoga, to find the absolute truth must approach the impersonal effulgence of the Lord and His partial representation, respectively. Such persons cannot come to realize the eternal form of the Lord. Jnana yoga marge tanre bhaje sabha Brahma Atma rupe tanre kare anubhava. So as we heard from the sloka, that not everyone can realize the personal aspect of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He has three aspects, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti Sabjate. Badanti tattva vidastatvam. That means the absolute truth, the nature of the Supreme Absolute Truth has three aspects, because not everyone can approach the Supreme Lord directly, and to know Him, there are different ways. And mentions here, there are the mental speculators and there are also yogis. First, there's also karmis. Karmis, yogis, and jnanis. But they cannot approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead in His personal aspect. Only devotees, when they perform devotional service, bhakti, bhaktyamam abhijanati yavanjas chasmi tattvataha. Usually, the mental speculators, they want to realize the Supreme Lord in His impersonal aspect as the Brahman, Brahmajyoti, the impersonal aspect. That means the light emanating from the Supreme Lord's transcendental form. That is only one of His features. And Prabhupada, usually he will give the example of the sun. There is the sunshine, the sun planet, and then there is the predominating deity, the sun planet, Surya Dev or Vivashvan. All of those incomplete uh, is a description of the sun. It's like when we see the sunlight early in the morning before sunrise, we knew that the sun is right there, but it's not yet on the horizon. Just like a little glimpse. Nowadays, the sun rises around 7 a.m. So even before 7, we can see that dawn from the uh, darkness, then it started to become bright. So this is just a glimpse of the sun planet. So this is compared to the effulgence of the Supreme Lord's body, who is in the spiritual world. So that means the reflection of the Brahmajyoti is being given or spread by the sunlight. That means the sunlight is the reflection of the Brahmajyoti. And then the yogis, they meditate on the super soul who is present within everyone's heart, the localized Paramatma. Localized Paramatma, that means he's in everyone's heart, in every atoms, in all the creation, even within this, because atom is there. That means super soul is within the atom. Is present externally. That means Prabhupada give example. Yeah. This whole temple room, Krishna is present in Archa Vigraha form and also as the Paramatma. Yes? So this is the meditation of the yogis, the mystic yogis. I was listening this morning, the teachings, fundamental teachings of Lord Kapila and devotional service. It's third canto, right? And the description of the Supreme Lord, Paramatma, is there. It says that Paramatma, the size of the Paramatma is like from the tip of your finger, like from here to there. That is the size of Paramatma. But Paramatma can be smaller than the smallest because Paramatma is also within the heart of a living entity. And we cannot measure the size of the jivas. Bhagavad Gita says it's 1/10,000 the tip of the hair. And as Guru Maharaj will say, that doesn't mean that the ladies they have bigger paramatma. No, because they have longer hair than us. We don't have hair practically, right? But it's the tip. So the tip of the hair, you cut it into 10,000 times, and there is no instrument, there is no magnifying lens, there is no microscope that can see because it is spiritual in nature. Very subtle, not be able to see it at all. So that is the Paramatma. But the Paramatma has a feature, is also wearing yellow silken cloth. There is the Kostuba gem is there also. There is also the peacock feather on his head, but in a helmet, and so on. Decorated with very, very valuable ornaments, jewels. That's Paramatma, having that feature. So the absolute truth can be ascertained, can be understood into three features. But nevertheless, these yogis or these jnanis, their realization of the Supreme Absolute Truth is partial. It's not complete. It's like the sunshine or the sun planet is partial. We don't really understand the full feature of the sun planet if we don't understand that there is the predominating deity within the sun planet. There are also living entities there, Prabhupada would say. Huh? But they have these physical features that can make them not be burnt. If the temperature of the sun planet changes, either we'll be scorched, we'll be burnt, or they'll be like, we'll be frozen. It's steady. You think the sun planet's the heat changes? No, it is not. It is always the same. It's constant. But because our season changes or the planet Earth is revolving, that's why wintertime it is cold, on summertime it is very hot. So, such persons like these jnanis and the yogis, they cannot realize the eternal form of the Lord. We'll continue to read. Is that okay? Yeah? Any question on this part? Any question? I think that clock needs a battery. Otherwise, there's no end to the class. So it's 8:10. So someone should change, huh? Yeah, well, I don't know, but it says we have to stop at 9:10. So we'll keep reading, all right? Text 27. Upasana Bede Jane Isvara Mahima Ataiva Surya Tandra Diyete Upama. This is a translation. Thus, one may understand the glories of the Lord through different modes of worship, as the analogy of the sun illustrates. Next text. Se Narayana Krishnera Swarupa Abeda. Eka vigraha kintu akara viveda. Narayana and Sri Krishna are the same personality of Godhead, but although they are identical, their bodily features are different. Inhota dvibhuja tinhodare charihata. Inho venodare tinho chakra dikashata. I'm getting close to a Bengali. There's a certain way how you chant this. Okay, let me read it. Inhota dvibhuja tinhodare charihata. Inho beno dare tinho chakradika sata. This personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, has two hands and holds a flute, whereas the other, Narayana, has four hands with conch, wheel, mace, and lotus. Purport. Narayana is identical to Sri Krishna. They are, in fact, the same person manifested differently, like a high court judge who is differently situated in his office and at home. As Narayana, the Lord is manifested with four hands, but as Krishna, he is manifested with two hands. So this is the meaning of the philosophy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Achintya Veda Aveda Tattva, the inconceivable similarity and difference of the nature of the absolute truth. Even compared to Lord Krishna and the Jivas, both are eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. But the Jivas can be covered up, especially in the conditioned state. However, the Supreme Lord cannot be covered up. He's always in the transcendental platform. There is no way that the Supreme Lord will be under Mahamaya. He can be in another Maya, Yoga Maya. So Lord Narayan, also there is no difference between Lord Narayan and Lord Krishna. The same personality. Lord Narayan is Krishna. So Lord Narayan is the feature of Krishna having four-armed form. Predominating deities in the Vaikuntha planets, they have this feature. Four-armed form. That means each hand having an item. Chakra, Padma, Shankha, and Gada. What do you call this chakra? The wheel that is meant for the demons. Same with the Gada, this mace. It's a weapon for the demons to protect the devotees. Lord Krishna will use this. It's like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was ready to cast the chakra towards Jagai and Madai to protect Lord Nityananda. But Lord Nityananda, he says that he's more merciful than Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Rupa Goswami, when he met Lord Chaitanya, he uttered this praise, glorifying the Supreme Lord. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namni Gaurta Srinama. He's the most magnificent incarnation of the Supreme Lord. Actually, he's not an incarnation. He is Krishna himself. Both Radha and Krishna. So by the mercy of Lord Nityananda, Jaga and Madai, they were spared. So Lord Chaitanya is like this is philosophy of Achintya Veda Aveda Tattva, simultaneously one and different. And Lord Narayan says here is none different than Lord Krishna. The only difference is that he has four-arm form, four hands. How about when Lord Krishna took birth? It's like we observe Janmashtami every year, right? So 5,000 years ago, Lord Krishna, when he appeared in the jail or prison house of Kamsa, he appeared as four-armed. Is that Krishna? Who is that? Krishna or Lord Narayan? Krishna! That is Krishna. Yeah? He didn't say that's Lord Narayan. Yeah? It says Krishna took birth. He appeared first as four-armed form. And then Mother Devaki, she was afraid. And also, Lord Krishna doesn't want to put Devaki and Vasudeva in that situation. So immediately he turned himself into a baby Krishna. The same personality. However, the mood is different. In Vaikuntha planets, same Lord Krishna expanded himself into four-armed form, but the mood is that of Aishwarya. Aishwarya Bhav, with awe and veneration. No one treats Lord Krishna in the Narayan form as their son. Yeah? No, it's always like folded hands, serving him in that way. Everyone serves Lord Krishna. No one is master. He is the supreme master. In Vaikuntha, everyone is a servant. Even in Goloka Vrindavan, everyone is a servant. But sometimes Krishna will play the role of a son, Nanda Maharaj's mother, Yasoda, or a friend. The friends, some of Lord Krishna's friends, they will be riding on his shoulder. Do you think they can do that in Vaikuntha planets? No, not possible. No, no. Always meditating on the lotus feet of Lord Krishna in the Narayan form. So, however, in Goloka Vrindavan, the Supreme Lord is being served by the Brajavasis as well. Everyone is attracted to Lord Krishna. Not a single living entity is not attracted to Krishna. Even the dust of Vrindavan are attracted to Krishna. The plants, the trees, the animals, insects, birds, mammals, everyone. Everyone is always talking of Krishna. That is Vrindavan. He says also in the Vaikuntha planets, while serving Lord Krishna or Lord Narayan, they will be sweeping the floor every day. Even there is no dirt, is shining, is no single dust can be found, but they are still sweeping the floor. This is how they serve Lord Narayan in the Vaikuntha planets. So there is no difference between Lord Krishna and Lord Narayan. And Prabhupada gave an example of a judge. Prabhupada will also use an example of a policeman. Yeah? A policeman at home, do you think he's wearing gun? Do you think he's wearing his uniform with badge, with a danda, with a stick? No. The children will be riding on his shoulder, or like a piggy ride. Hmm? But then, when he goes out, because he's a policeman, he'll be complete with his uniform, with a badge, with a gun. And let's say, Jai Shri Radha Govinda ki Jai, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshmana Hanuman ji ki Jai, Shri Shri Panchatattva ki Jai. Let's say the father, who is a policeman, is doing his patrolling. And then he passed by where a bank is being robbed. Unfortunately, his son is one of the robbers. And the father found out that the son is also one of the members of the gang who's robbing the bank. What will the father do? Will he catch the son and put him to jail, or he will tell the son, "My dear son, go immediately, go home. Go home, as if I didn't see you." What do you think the father will do? He will put him to jail. He's the father, but he's playing the role of the policeman, so he will do his duty. So, but he's the same father. Yeah? So this is the same thing. Lord Narayan is like that. And we'll read that a little bit later. But this is just the main essence of the purport. They're the same personality. See, Krishna has two hands holding a flute. It's the same. Lord Ramachandra holding bow and arrow. Same Lord Krishna. Hmm. It says in the Shastra, there is no difference between Lord Krishna, Lord Ram, Lord Chaitanya, and Nishingadev. See, wherever Lord Krishna is, Balaram is there. So I was asked the other day, how about Nishingadev? Where is Balaram? Huh? Oh, yes, yes, the Balaram is there. Ananta says, that's right. Because Lakshman is there with Lord Ram, or Lord Nityananda with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hmm. And yes, Ananta says. It says also Arjuna is always there wherever Lord Krishna is. Yeah, because it says you're always there. Whenever I recite or tell um, to others about Bhagavad Gita. So Narayan is identical to Sri Krishna, but the only difference is that Lord Krishna is the source of everything. It is not that Lord Narayan came first. It's like Garbhodakashai Vishnu. He is the source of all the incarnations in the material world, at least in our universe. But in every universe, there is a Garbhodakashai Vishnu. So is it that Garbhodakashai Vishnu the source of Lord Krishna? No, it is not. It's like Lord Brahma. He came from the navel of Lord Vishnu, Garbhodakashai Vishnu. But he is not the source. He just came out also from there. Ultimately, we will hear that same Narayan is Lord Krishna, the ultimate father of everyone. Aham bija pradapita. He is the seed-giving father of every living entities. Is that okay? Any question into this? Any points? Yes. Give him the mic. Okay, the mic is there.
From Chaitanya Charitamrita,
Mm-hmm.
from the Chaitanya we know that Krishna is the form of highest rasa.
Highest?
Highest rasa.
Yeah.
And Narayan and other forms, they have no rasa.
There are four qualities that differs between Lord Krishna and Lord Narayan. Yes. 98%. Is that right?
Yeah.
Narayan is 98% God. And Krishna is 100% God. Purna Bhagavan. Ete chamsa kala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Yes.
So that's why the devotees or different type of devotees are there. They are still not attracted to Krishna, but they are attracted to Narayan, Ram, other forms. What is the main reason? Is it due to association or they are not part of this?
This is their attraction because of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is the only one who has relationship with everyone. Because Krishna has unlimited forms. So Prahlad Maharaj is attracted to Lord Nisinghadev or Murari Gupta. Yeah? Is attracted to Lord Ram. And even Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is trying to convince him, no, you should worship Krishna. Well, He was convinced for one day only. And then the next day, Ram, Ram, Ram. You think you can change Hanuman? Ramayan without Hanuman, there's no story. It'll be boring. No, that is their bhag. So, but no one is greater than the other one. For Krishna, everyone is equal. But the intimacy, this is where it differs. The closeness. There'll be no more Mother Yasoda, only one Mother Yasoda, only one Nanda Maharaj, only one Subal Saka, only one Sridham. But our relationship is that we serve those who are serving Lord Krishna. So if we serve Lord Ram, even, like Koti, 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 so many millions before that service will reach Lord Ram, he will accept it. Hmm? So, service towards Lord Krishna is absolute. It doesn't matter if you're attracted. If you go to South India, most of them are Narayan Bhaktas, Lakshmi Narayan. That is their mood. You cannot change that. And we cannot tell that we are better than them because we're following in the mood of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to follow the Brajabasis. That is our line of disciplic succession, parampara. So we're not saying we're better than anybody else. But somehow we became attracted. We had that desire to serve the Lord in the mood of Brajabasis. That's why we are here. That's why we're serving Srila Prabhupada. In our line of disciplic successions, most of them are Sakas or Sakis or Manjaris. Narottam Das Thakur, we sing his song every day. Yeah? And he's Champaka, Manjari. Do you think the worshippers of Lakshmi Narayan in South India, they sing the songs of Narottam Das Thakur? No. So it's how fortunate we are. This is our great fortune to be somehow connected into this line of disciplic succession, to be part. We didn't have any idea before that we will ended up here in ISKCON Faridabad and talking about Lord Chaitanya and Lord Narayana, no different. Do you have any idea of that before? That we will be reading like this? That we'll trying, to discuss and trying to understand this tattva? We didn't have any clue. But somehow we ended up here because there is a desire within. How many millions of people in Delhi, NCR Delhi, who's attracted to go to Brindavan? And Brindavan is 2.5 hours away only. How many? Mostly they are worshippers of Durga, Durga Mata. Durga Mata ki Jai. It's like we have Durga Mata here, right? Isn't it? Or Lord Shiva? Yes. I hope you also visit them every day. Hmm? Because without Lord Shiva's mercy, we cannot enter Vrindavan. He is the Digpal. He is the Chokidar, protector of the holy Dham. And we worship him also as Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu, because he worshipped Lord Sankarshan, Lord Balaram. Hmm. So we are attracted. It's like You know, you go to Baskin Robbins. You know Baskin Robbins? I hope you don't know it. It's a ice cream parlor. They have like 31 varieties. Yeah, but not everyone likes chocolate. Some like vanilla. Some like butterscotch. Hmm. Because that is the taste that they like. So when they go there, I want this, only this. No, 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 no. Nothing else. So deep within our heart, that relationship that we have towards the Supreme Lord, it is inert, and it is the spiritual master who opens it up. He trains us how we can develop that relationship towards the Supreme Lord. Mhm. No one goes back to Godhead without spiritual master. I never heard of anyone. Have you heard anybody? Because the spiritual master, you carry, ah, you will become attracted to a spiritual master whom you having the same mood. He's having the same mood like yours. Ah, it's like Kumbh Mela just still going on. And there's so many sadhus and so-called sadhus there. They're all different camps, but not all of them are devotees of Radha Krishna. Majority of them are actually Mayavadis. They don't have a clue. Most of them, they just want to merge with the Brahma Jyoti. So, yes, that is there within our heart. And Srila Prabhupada, when we read Prabhupada's books, then it opens up more. We can see, we can clearly understand where we are. Almost 9 o'clock. Any other question? Yes? Okay. Ek minute. Ladies first.
Smart, from today's class with the reading that Krishna is the supreme Brahman.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we also know that we are very fortunate that we're getting the highest philosophy. So, Maharaj, how as a devotee you see others who are not praying Krishna in his personal form, but are trying to realize Krishna in the Mayavadi mood, like he's impersonal, his Paramatma feature. How to see them equal? Because as a devotee, you're not able to see them also play Krishna.
Yeah. Um, the pure devotee of the Supreme Lord, he sees everyone as devotees, even the Mayavadis, because that is temporary. That them being covered up by Maya, because they're Mayavadi, that means they believe everything is Maya, it's temporary. Ultimately, this is like gradation. First, you are materialist, you're a karmi, then you're a jnani, then you're a yogi, then you're a bhakta. It comes. Ultimately, Chaitanya Charitamrita says everyone will go back home, back to Godhead. So we should respect everyone, i- irrespective of what kind of worship they are doing. Even the pagans, idol worshippers, like completely in the mode of ignorance, they covered up. We were like that before. We were Mayavadis before. We were Sunyavadis. Where everyone goes to this. And ultimately, when they meet a devotee of the Supreme Lord, that is their only hope that they will change Just like recently, now, Srila Prabhupada is given the title of Vishva Guru. You know what means by Vishva? Jagat, Vishvarup, right? So we say Vishva, Vishva Guru. But we know Srila Prabhupada is Jagat Guru. We knew that from Jagat Guru means he can save the whole world, the whole, not world, the whole universe. So eventually those Mayavadis, now they're glorifying Prabhupada. So they get blessings from Prabhupada. They get blessings from pure devotee of the Supreme Lord. It's like transcendental trickery in them, isn't it? Like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took sannyas from a Mayavadi sannyasi, Keshava Bharati. But he didn't receive the mantra from him. He whispered the mantra to that Mayavadi, and then Mayavadi repeated it back to him. So even Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took sannyas to trick the Buddhists, the Mayavadis, that they'll become devotees. Prakashananda Sarasvati, right? When they saw the Mayavadis, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's sitting down near where the chapals, shoes, is being stored. But his effulgence is like more than the sun. So they concluded, who is this personality? He must be Narayan himself. So the only thing we can do right now is we offer respect to everyone, and even the most degraded, most sinful personality, if they start chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, then their heart will change. There is no other way. They cannot be saved. No one can save them. That's why it says that the devotees are more merciful than the Supreme Lord Himself. They're ready to go to hell. Devotees, they don't care whether they're in the war or anywhere, they will continue serving the Lord and try to. This is a pure devotee's mood. He is ready to do anything and everything to help the conditioned souls surrender unto the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. That is our mood. That should be our mood. Preach even to the born again Christian. That's the most difficult to convince. You know what's a born again Christian? Christian? You've heard of that? Oh, Hare Krishna, you're very fortunate. In America, when we go preach, because they're so fanatic, they will say, if you're not born again, you will not, you go to hell. So sometimes when I meet them, he says, you must be born again. And my dear sir, I'm not born again. I'm twice born. I'm twice born already. So they're so fanatic. You say only Jesus is the way. So, but we respect, but don't waste your time with them. Because it's very difficult to convince this. You can convince an intoxicated person, a drunkard, but you cannot convince unless they start chanting. Or you give them prasad. But if they know that's coming from you, they will throw it away. That is how offensive they are. Sometimes we meet them and we give them, we didn't know that they are these fanatics. They will tore Bhagavad Gita. I met them. Yeah. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says we have to respect them. And by our humility, hopefully they will change. They'll be touched by our pleading, begging for them to take up Krishna consciousness. And we cannot force anyone. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, you cannot force anybody to take up Krishna consciousness. It comes voluntarily. When the right time comes, then they will take up. And in Krishna consciousness, there is no such thing as too late. Oh, I came too late. No, that is only the right time that you will take up Krishna consciousness. Yeah, there is no hope for them except devotees of the Lord. That's why we have to extend ourselves as much as possible, help the Sankirtan mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to reach far and wide in every nook and corner of the globe. And Prabhupada is doing that also, even though you say, oh, he's not here, he's still here. He's present in his book. So Prabhupada says, even if they just touch the book and they did not take the book, they get benefited. Our Guru Maharaj sometimes when we travel, um, so we have some extra prasadam, like cookies, whenever we travel, and many prasadam, so much prasadam. Plenty of prasad when we travel. The only thing that I'm lacking is sleep. So then he would offer, even a stewardess, he would offer, oh, this is organic. Because when they hear organic, this is, oh, this must be good. They will take. So it's transcendental trickery. So in India, I know in India, all the preachers, they have always a small tiffin of Mahaprasad. Am I correct? Yeah? And they will have a small spoon. Yeah. And then, if someone receives just a small, even a small quantity, not a big burfi or, samosa. No, it's a small. They're so happy. So it should be like this also. Uh, in different parts of the world, they carry some cookies or some Mahaprasad while distributing books. So even if they don't take the book, they'll be offered, okay, here, I have something for you. This is organic. They will take it. So they will take prasad. And Prabhupada says, anyone who takes prasadam, it guarantees that they'll take birth as human form next life. And then they will continue, and that is the start of their bhakti. There's no hope. There's no hope for the rest of the world if they don't meet a devotee. Yes. Any other points or question? Oh, sorry, sir. I forgot you already. Yes. Bhakta Mike.
हरे कृष्ण महाराज जब भगवान एक ही है नारायण रूप और राम रूप एक है तो फिर शक्ति अलग अलग क्यों है और गुण अलग अलग क्यों है?
Translation.
Are you saying when Lord is one, Narayan, Ram, Krishna, all are one, then why different forms and why different energies of God?
That's what we mentioned earlier. Not everyone can ultimately, it's very rare to go to Goloka Vrindavan. So Krishna will give everyone a chance to go back to the spiritual world. Each and every expansion of the Supreme Lord, they have spiritual planet in this spiritual world. So if you're attracted to that form of the Lord, you go to that planet. Okay. He can be Ayodhyavasi. That is your, like Hanumanji. Yeah. He's attracted to the form of the Lord. But we should always remember that Krishna is the source of everything and all of these different expansions. Yeah. So no one is lesser, or do you think that, again, do you think that the cows are lesser than Mother Yasoda? You think? No. Krishna will spend more time with the cows than Mother Yasoda. Hmm. But Mother Yasoda, she's able to embrace Lord Krishna. The cows, they're just ready to give unlimited milk to Krishna. That is their service. And Mother Yasoda will make so many sweet meats from those milk. Hmm. So that is their relationship, the cows, with Lord Krishna. The trees, they're always waiting for Lord Krishna, and the cowherd boys, because when they play, they'll get tired. God doesn't get tired. But to give an opportunity for the trees to serve Krishna and Balaram, seemingly they will feel tired from playing, and so they will go under the tree. And that is the opportunity for the tree to serve Lord Krishna. So that is their relationship with Lord Krishna. And as we mentioned, if your relationship with Lord Ram is that you're attracted to Lord Ram, how many in North America knows who is Lord Ram? Maybe only the Indian community. But the rest, rarely. Maybe they know, maybe they've heard Ramayan. It's like you go to different parts of Asia, like you go to Bali in Indonesia. Huh? They worship Lord Ram. In Thailand, the name of the king is Lord Ram, is Ram, after Lord Ram. They have cultural presentations, Ramayan. Yeah. So that is the magnanimity, that is the magnanimous nature of the Supreme Lord. He lets everyone accordingly how they're attracted to Him and His different expansions to serve Him in that way. Krishna is not limited. Krishna is unlimited. Huh. So there are more servants of the Supreme Lord in the spiritual world than in the material world. In the material world, mostly they are worshippers of Lord Shiva and Durga Mata and other demigods because they want their material desires to be fulfilled. But ultimately, they'll realize that all of these boons or benedictions coming from Lord Krishna. So they will worship Lord Krishna later on. Okay? So I think we stop here. 5 minutes. I was planning to read more, but we didn't reach that far of Lord Brahma. I was planning to go up to that part, but we were not able to do it. So we stop text 29. Okay? Remember that one. Srila Prabhupada K. Lord Narayan K. Sri Krishna K. Nitai Gaur Sitala Pramanande. Hari Hari Go. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Maharaj.